Hey there YouTube, this is Cactus Naga again. This time with a video on replacing the screen on a MacBook Pro. This is my daughter's MacBook, and as you can see, the screen is broken. It cracked at the corner here, and the whole display is all messed up. There's only a small band up here that is kind of clear, and everything else is all broken up. So I'm going to be replacing this. I was able to get a display off eBay, a new one, and it costed just under $200, and I'm going to have that swapped out. And this is the new display. Looks pretty good. Got a protective cover on it, and the back side also has a protective film on it. I'm just going to leave that on for now, and get them all removed after it's all installed. This is a set of special driver bits. Got it from through Lowe's. It's tacked on, and it's called every bit. It's got a series of special tools, and including the one that is needed for Apple items, the pentalobe it's called. So it's a worthy investment. It's just under $10. So there are a series of screws along the edge, and it's got a tiny screw head, and got to pick out the right one here. And I think it's going to be this one, the pentalobe. I want to believe it's going to be the 0.8. I'm going to give that a shot. This is the little one that I took out. Comes with a handle. Got that lined up. And, no, it's actually the larger one. So back to the larger item. Again, the pentalobe. Got it. It's the 1.2 millimeter. So the two screws that are here are shorter, and the rest are the same size. So the cover is off. A little dusty. I'll clean that up later. Put it to the side. So here is the battery connection, and we will disconnect the battery first. Pull that up, I think. Just get the plastic cover off first. There we go. Just kind of pry up the connector body. Do it from all the sides, just to be even. Okay, so the battery connection is out. Push it to the side. And over here are 3 RF cables, so we will unplug them also. Kind of be gentle with them, kind of fragile. this first one. Wedge the tool at the base where the wire meets the metal head. Very gentle. Second one. About that later now, and kind of peel back this guy here, and keep on getting this out of the way, pull it out. Here's a little connector here too that needs to be unplugged, and it looks like that can just slide out. This is the connector for the camera, and it slides out to the right towards the fan. Slid out. And we'll kind of remove this whole cable. Step on it, it's kind of glued down on the fan body there. Get it out of there too. See what's going on here. There's nothing there. Okay. So get it out of there. There it goes. Okay. Now under here, if you can see, move this a little closer this side. Under here there are these plastic or rubber caps, and you can just get them out of the way. There's another one on this side. Get that out of the way too. So here's a close-up of the three screws there. We're going to be removing only the outer ones first. This guy here and this guy here only. We'll leave this intact for now. Similarly on the other side, we will remove the outer two. We'll remove these two, but keep this intact for now. I'm using the Torx 8 driver bit. Let's cut that screw out. Got that screw out. And that is all. Take a look at this. This guy needs to be under it, so it's some sort of a grounding. So we will take a look at that later. The other side, same thing. The outer ones come out. Now over here there is another connector that we need to disconnect. Gotta get this thing off from here. Not sure how that's going to happen. I'll give you a close-up right now and see how it goes from there. So this connector has got a latch that's here, and it also comes conveniently with a little strip of plastic that you can grip onto, and we can kind of just pull that up. Let me see if I can find a pair of tweezers or something. So let's get that under here. There we go, and pull that up, and once that clip is out of the way, I think we should be able to slide that connector out, I think, somehow. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, so here it comes. Kind of slide it out of the way, and now we can go ahead with removing that screw and that screw after we put it on its side. Well, actually, before we remove these two screws, before we put it up on its side, we got to actually go in there and get this screw out. That holds some sort of a lock that prevents the display from separating out. This is the lock here. There's one on this side, and there's one on this side too. So we got to get these two screws out and the lock removed. Torx, again a Torx. This time I think it was let me see. Yeah, T5, a Torx 5. Let's get that done. That's out of the way. Out of the way, and now we're ready to put it on its side. Back with the Torx 8 into my tool. Get this out. Should be able to kind of remove this. There it goes. So this is separated out. That display. Out it goes. Okay, I'm going to take this opportunity to clean up this area here. Just get rid of all the dust. just using a little brush. So I've got this the new screen here, and I'm just going to put it together again. It has to be done again in the upright position, so bring it back up and bring this guy back up. Got to make sure that the wires and the cables don't get pinched. And so it's kind of in. I'm going to put the screws in just to hold the whole thing in place, and not tighten it up or anything like that at this time, but just to prevent the thing from separating it out again. So what we do want to make sure is that after it has been, the two halves have been close together, kind of want to make sure that they are lined up. So I'm just feeling my way across, and I can feel that it's perhaps the display is a little shifted to the right. So I'm going to loosen up the two screws here, just kind of loosen them up. Just make that tiny little adjustment. It's just aesthetics, you know. Yeah, that looks about right and feels about right. Tighten that down. Tighten that down. And now of course we will be rerouting the cables, making the connections here, and so on and so forth. Let's get this, slide this connector in, and make sure that it lines up first. It's in. Press it in a little more. Make sure it's all the way in. And then this should be able to snap right back in there. There you go. Snapped into place. So that guy's done. Might as well put down the screws and the brace that goes on it. Kind of loosely in position. Put the other two screws in too, and as well. Nothing is really tightened down yet, but I'm going to move on to the other side now. Same thing on this side. Put the brace back on. Yeah, make sure you don't cross thread all these things. Aha. Dad, we got to put the grounding plate on first, as such. Just going to route the wires. Put this guy under here, over, kind of press it down into that slot there. And this was going under it. Let it go under there again. Press it down. These three, the ones that go to the three RF connectors, are all on this side, so just going to press it down there again. And this was routed like so. And it was originally glued, this was glued down. I'm not sure if I should glue it down or not, but maybe this itself will perhaps hold it enough. And I guess it does. So over here, I think I should get these guys routed on top. Have this connector go in first. Line it up. This is the camera connector in the early 2013 models. It's a 6-pin, and in the late 2013 models it's a 12-pin connector. So you got to be careful about the 2013 models. They may be incompatible with each other, so you got to figure out whether you have a early model or a late model. Okay, connector is in. This guy goes on. Wish I had a smaller tweezer. I don't. Position it on top of the that's the first one. Gotta make sure it lines up first. Third one. Okay. They're all in. Route the cable around. Next would be the battery connector over here. I'll just move the camera over just to kind of focus on that area again. Okay, that's done. That. Tighten up the screws. Forgot to put the little boots back on, which is what I'm going to do now. Two short screws, bring them out first, and here are the two short screws. put them in here first. And of course, the moment of truth. Looking good. All right. That was it, guys. Thank you for watching.